Good morning. Well, there be no sunrise this morning, at least not that we could see. Should have been up about an hour ago. We got another cloudy day here in Winnipeg. But as I've said before, the sun is shining at the model table. So, yeah. I did come back to the model table last night, and I worked on our little side markers, and I emphasize little. We'll have to slip the macro lens on later and see how they came out. And I did do the two camera thing yesterday. It worked out. I thought it would have worked out pretty good. It was a lot of fun for me anyway. I enjoy doing that. I think I say that too in the rollback, so if you hear me say it again, bear with me. I'm starting to repeat myself a lot lately, right? Okay. I think to see how it is that we actually got to this place, what we should do is roll back. So let's roll back and see how it is we got to where we are right now. Okay, I wasn't going to do this on camera here this evening, but I'm going to give it a whirl here. I did nip off these two pieces of flashing off of this piece. What would be really nice is if I had a precision jeweler's lathe that I could stick this thing in and then turn this thing down. Like the lathes that I've got in the basement, only I need something, about 200 times smaller. So what I did was I got it like this. I'm going to try and do this on camera. I hope I'm not going to make a mess of it here. Now I've got to be careful not to squeeze it until I get it just right. Okay. Now it is not going to be perfectly round, and it might have a bit of a flat side, but I think we can get it here. Okay, we got that one. You know what? Maybe I'll stick on the macro lens for the other one. Oh, you can see I've got a little bit of flashing going on there. Well, like I say, we'll put on the macro lens and see if we can do something. Okay, I am zoomed in here about as close as I can get without putting on the super macro, and we were going to try and get that little piece of flashing off there that gotta try and I don't know if it's going to work or not. Well, I know I can do this. Well, why don't we get this one first, and then maybe it'll roll. It'll roll better. Better check the monitor. Am I still in the field of view? Yep. Okay. Sometimes when I get to work and I forget about the fact that the camera doesn't follow me around. That's what I need. I need a cameraman. Actually, I've often thought that if I could collaborate with somebody like Steve in the model shed, I do the camera work. He does the actual. Now I don't mean to say that Steve's camera work isn't good. I'm just saying that I think that we'd probably make a good team. Okay, there. I think I did all right there. These Tamiya nippers are very, you might say, delicate. You can nip off just the smallest little amount. Okay, I think I better quit while the quitting's good here. Yeah, I'm not going to try and improve on this, because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up making it worse. Okay, now. Okay, we have to try and see that little hole there. We gotta. Okay, let me check the monitor. Oh, I got that pretty much right. Now,
I might have to reposition because we gotta try and get this twisted around and somehow in here so that the okay, yeah, I've pretty much got it there. Maybe I should be turning this on its side and letting gravity be our friend here. Are we supposed to maybe squeeze this together? I kind of think maybe we are. You know, just the tiniest drop of CA glue there. Nope. I'm going to see if I can reposition here somehow. Maybe if I was to set it up on Andy's bender here. Sorry about getting my fingers in the way all the time, but okay, I'm going to have to refocus. Okay, this may not work, but I'm going to give it a try. I have a piece of frisket paper or frisket tape or whatever you call it mounted on Andy's bender here because it's heavy and it won't slide around. And this is just masking tape here holding it down, and then I'm using the breaker bar to hold down the other side. This stuff is supposed to not leave a residue, so they say. Okay, so I got this pushed down there pretty good. Now the idea is I want to be able to take this piece and get it in there and somehow upend it and wiggle it around. Maybe I need something different here. I wonder if maybe this thing that's designed for manipulating gems around. It's the other end of Tony's wax pencil. No, I need something sharper. I need something sharper. No, it is almost dropping into that hole. Can you see that? You know, I probably would have made a good mechanical watch repair person. Okay, let me check the monitor. All right, that looks good to me. Wonder if I was to just press down on here now, sort of squeeze everything together, and then now what I want to do is see if I can't put a little bit of CA thin just in there. I don't think the CA thin will stick to the frisket paper, and if it does, well, then we'll know, right? Okay, what I'm going to want to be doing here is trying to put a tiny little bit of CA glue on this part without having it all fall apart here. That little cylinder that we just dropped in there is just, you know, sort of teetering in the balance. And I'm wondering now if it wouldn't be a good idea to maybe let gravity be our friend and maybe angle everything. Something like this. In that way, the CA glue will sort of drop in, and hopefully it'll stay there. And that's the plan for now. So what I got to do is try and rig up a jig here that's going to hold everything just right. I might have to take this off of the frisket paper and reposition it, which might mean that I'm going to have to put it back in its place because it's probably going to fall out. You know Murphy's Law. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm scared to try. You know, I've got it in the right place. That's the fun of modeling, isn't it? So, when I was in the market for a new wide-angle lens, I went to the camera store and told them I need a wide-angle lens that'll fit the new Z mount cameras. And he says, "Well, what kind of lens are you after?" And I said, "Well, I want it to be sort of a dual purpose, one that will open up to about 100 degrees wide angle, and also it can be used as a jig to hold up Andy's photo etch bender." Oh, he says, you want this one right here. I must be getting tired. Oh, it moved on me. Well, maybe I can push it back. Okay, I do believe I've got enough in there. See if I can get it back in that hole. I don't want to stick to the knife either. It's so close that when I paint it, we're not going to know that that little pin isn't exactly in that hole. We'll just never know. So I think I'm gonna quit while the quitting's good, so to speak. Yeah, I think I better leave it alone. I've done the other one now pretty much the same way, off camera. I think what I'm going to do now, we'll take a closer look afterwards, but what I want to do right now is I want to take the cameras back into the computer room and sync up the footage. That's always fun, trying to get it to sync up. Yeah. What time we got here? 7:40? Well, we might have time to take a quick look later. Otherwise, we're going to have to leave it for the morning. We'll see what happens. It's probably going to take me about an hour altogether to edit out all this footage. But it's fun. I really enjoy doing it. If I didn't enjoy doing it, I would not do it. Okay, I'm sitting in the computer room right now, and I've just edited everything out here as everything that you've seen up to right now. And it is 9 minutes after 9. And I don't feel like dragging the camera back out to the model table to say, we'll see you in the morning. So, we'll see you in the morning. Well, it is morning. And I think it is time to slip our macro lens back on and have our quick look. Yeah, I think once those are painted, it's going to hide the fact that I did not get those little plastic parts in the exact right place. Okay, now one of these side markers is going to have the illusion of being a
red light, which will be this one right here actually. And the other side is going to have the illusion of being a green light. However, I believe that a lot of this is going to be gray, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it in its place. Probably you can't see it. I'll move in a little bit. I won't put the macro lens on, but we'll move in a little bit. And let's move in first, and then I'll talk. Okay, this should be better. I know sometimes I forget to focus, but I think I got it just about right here. You can see this little line right here. Also this little piece of dust. Whoops. Don't know if that was a good idea or not. Do you know what? The grease from my fingers, I think I put a fingerprint on there. Well, I guess I'll have to paint over that now. Okay, so this is supposed to go right here. Yeah, that's going to work. I've done my dry run. I think just one little tiny little bit of CA here is all we're going to need. This is CA thin. Now this should sort of flatten out underneath that part. I don't think we need any more than that. Oh my. I want to straighten it out and it won't move. This did not go as planned. This did not go as planned. It's a little bit crooked. Should I leave that or not? I think I'm going to remove that. Just swing it around just a little bit here. Be careful how I hang on to this. There we go, it's loosening it. Okay, we'll do this again. Maybe I should have used the medium. It wouldn't have set so quick. Ooh. Okay, I've got some on there. But do I have enough? No, I don't. I'm going to push stop here and get my applicator going. Now let's try and get this right. And the other side. That went better. Okay, let's move on. Okay, it looks like we need two pieces, F37, and there's nothing to indicate that the same thing happens on the other side. So we just put them right there. F37. Now I am noticing that there are 2 F sprues, which means there are a total of 4 37s. So that must mean that we're going to be using a couple somewhere else on the ship, but it's not on the it's definitely not on the other side of this part, like mirror image sort of thing. Okay, let's try and get these on the right way. They're some kind of louvers. I can see that they could be put on upside down. Okay, I think we're basically braced solidly here, and these have to go in this orientation. They pretty much lock into place there, but not really. Oh, there they do, yeah. Okay, so let's get it out of there. Now, I haven't tried this yet, but I'm wondering, will the wax pencil pick it up? Yeah, good. Okay. I had it and then I poked at it. Isn't that the story of my life? Now I wonder if I've got enough under there. Maybe now I'm going to be repainting there anyway, so let's put a little bit of the quick setting underneath. That's a little. And sort of smear it around. Sort of push it down. It should start to meld, if you know what I mean. Now this will all evaporate, and after I paint, we're not going to see that. Okay, just for the fun of it, let's slip the macro lens on and see what kind of a mess I can make out of the second one. Okay, this is the extra thin. Not the quick setting. I want it to be at the same angle as this one, even though this one may not be 100% right. If they're different, it'll be noticeable. If they're the same, but each one is a little bit off, you're not going to notice it. Okay, this one went a lot better. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut today's episode off a little bit on the abrupt side, you might say. I've got something else I've got to do right now. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.